Hi there. My name's Mike Spiller and I'm a television director. I've worked on a lot of shows over the years: Sex and the City, Scrubs, Modern Family, The Mindy Project, Blackish. And I've discovered this app that I really want to share with you. It's called Scriptation, and it has completely changed the way I work, both in prep and in shooting. Let's get started. So I'm going to show you some of the basic ways to use the app today. So here I've got an email with a script. So I just open that up. And in the upper right hand corner, there's that little box with the arrow. It asks, basically you touch that and it'll ask you what application you want to use to open it. You'll find Scriptation up there somewhere. I have it right here. Now I'm going to pick where I want it to go. I'll put in demo, select. Okay, now it's in there. So here's the script. It's now in Scriptation. Over here on the right is my toolbar. If you like, you can put it over here. I tend to put it over here. Now, there's all the tools here may be familiar. Someone has there's underlining and this squiggly thing. There's a strike through one. There's text boxes you can put in. There's a pen you can free draw. And one of the things that's great about this app is that you can customize all this stuff. So I just made this line with the pen. Down here, there's this little inspector circle. So I touch that, and I can choose how thick I want the line to be, how clear or opaque I'd like it to be. There's a blend mode you can do, so it can, it's sort of very artistic. I don't really use that. And there's a bunch of different presets.
With the sticky notes, you can do a bunch of cool stuff.
You can choose different icons and make yourself a little note that when you're done with it, it just becomes that little tiny icon there. So in case there's notes that you don't want someone else to see if you're showing them the script, you can hide it that way. When you touch it, it'll pop up again. You can also change the color and type of it. So I've gone ahead and imported already another copy of this script and noted the heck out of it just for the purposes of this, like as if I was doing a cooking show and I had that lasagna ready to throw into the oven, did all the other stuff. So I'm going to open that up now here. There's tabs up here so you can switch between multiple scripts at the same time. And when I'm working, I have every draft of every episode of every season on a series. So I can instantly pull up another script. Someone says, oh, do we do something like that in season 2? I think it was that 3rd episode. I can do a search. I open up the scripts right in front of me. I can use keywords and search for stuff. It's incredibly handy. So that's open. I've done a bunch of different notes on here. Here's a photograph I put in. You can make that big or small. See that? There's a little note to myself. This is superb writing and will be an awesome scene. Sometimes you just need to put things like that in there. I've got an audio note in here.
I think we should stunt cast for Ruben.
I've got a little shot diagram thing going on down here. It's sometimes I do that if I'm inspired in the moment. I can make a little drawing. Other times I'll draw on a different app or even sketch something by hand and scan it and I'll put it in, add a page and put it right into the script. And do all that sort of stuff. And I can still add notes onto this too.
Once you create a text box, you can move it around too. If you want to change the color after you've created the text box, just select it and then tap the inspector button.
So I've done all my notes. I've got pages and pages of them here. The script is only 8 pages long, but I get an email. A new draft has just come out. So while everyone else is is collating their scripts and trying to move those tabs, or furiously handwriting everything. I'm just going to open up that new script, hit that button to copy it to scriptation, choose the folder. I'm going to put in the same folder that I'm already working in, which is this demo one. And now, so I've got the shooting draft. So I just tap on the screen, it brings up the menu there. So I'm going to transfer. There's this little button right up there, this transfer. Okay, so I hit that. So now I'm going to choose where the notes are coming from. So that's the source, right? So right up here you see revisions, table draft, pre-noted. That's the script I've been working on. So I select that. This little confirmation box opens up. So I'm transferring from table draft pre-noted to the shooting draft. All right, so I begin that, tells me to wait, and it's done. So all those notes are in, and it tells me it imported 121, 3 were changed, 3 were deleted. It always asks, would you like to review the deleted annotations? Generally I say no, just because they're deleted. So as you see, everything is imported in. Now one thing comes up a lot that I use all the time on set is if we the actors want to change the dialogue, or we want to get an alt version of a joke or something, and usually there's a huddle around the Video Village monitors, and the actors are there, and the writer on set is there, and the script supervisor's there, and director's there, and we're all pitching jokes, and we're trying to rephrase that one line that someone was tripping on. And when we come up with it, someone says it out loud. Script supervisor furiously tries to write it down as fast as they can and as legibly as they can, onto their sides, onto the actors' sides, onto the director. So everyone's sort of handwriting this stuff. It's a little chaotic. It's often not exactly the way it was spoken. Then someone tries to transcribe that and send it off to the writer's room, get them to sign off and get them to issue new pages. Wonderful. So more people can be standing around set shuffling papers and collating. And well, what I do is I have a preset in my text box that's the same font as the existing script with a solid opaque white background. So for instance, like say this line here, what happened to the old pages? Say for whatever reason that's not playing. So I hit my text box function. I'm just going to tap anywhere on here, and I'll type in, I know what happened to those pages, and I can just bring it over and lay it right on top. So now it's there, right? I can take a picture of it. I could do a screenshot. I could send that one page or the entire scene or my entire script to someone else to, so they've got that new dialogue. Sometimes I also will do something like add just a little bit of color to it so that I know it's a new line. So I have that preset in there as well. So under there, I know there's another line, right? And I'm moving it back over. Now, something else you can do with the same thing in mind is use the microphone. So rather than have someone say the line and you try and type it, they can actually just speak into the microphone. So for instance, I know what happened to those pages, exclamation point. We wasted them. Okay, so now that line is in there. And I can resize that if I want, just by shrinking that box and dragging it in. So that's a little cheat. Now, inserting pages. There's a number of things you can look at here. So we're in our full page view. If you turn this it'll go landscape and show you 2 pages at once, but I'm not going to do that because I've got that shot, my over-the-shoulder shot right up there. Now, by tapping the screen, you get your menu bar to pop up again. This button all the way in the corner that has the 4 little pages, you tap that, and it'll give you this page view, okay? So that's a good way if you have a long script, you know, if you want to just jump to a place, you don't know what page it is, but you know you have a big mark on it like that or something, it's easy to pick it out. You can also, within the app, I'll show you a bit later, you can use bookmarks, you know, so you can collect scenes like that. You could organize, you could make sides, your shooting sides with the Pro version, all that stuff is great. So I'm going to edit this now because I'm going to add a blank page. So I tap edit. Now, if I hit facing, it will give me a blank page, like the facing page in a script, so that, you know, as a lot of people do on paper scripts, they have the script on one side and they make notes on the blank side of the page before it, right? The facing page. So you could do it like that, or you could just add a page. So you can add a page that's a full photograph. You can add a graph paper, or lined, or a blank page. So I'm just going to add that. Now, by default, it winds up in the upper left-hand corner there. Now I can move that. Okay, so I can select it. I do a long press. Okay, so I'll just do that again. So I select it, I press and hold, and it moves a bit, and then you can drag it wherever you like. So once you've got it where you want it, remember to hit save. Okay, so it's saved it. Just tap any page again, it'll go back to the full page view, and there's my nice blank page. So I could put a photograph in there, or I could do a bigger drawing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I could import a shot list, like if I was making the day's sides, I could have all my shots written out and import them. So if I was going to do a side, you know, the sides for the day, again, just tap the screen. I go to the pages view there. Okay, now instead of selecting edit up there, I'm going to select sides. I select sides. Now I click the pages that I'm going to want to include. They don't have to be in order. This one too. Okay, and make sides. So you name it something else. So I'll call this day 1. I save that. I have to choose where it's going to go. I'm going to put it in demo with the rest of it. Okay, now it's done. So here are my sides for the day. But I want to put my shot list first. So tap it again. Go right in that thing there. Okay, so I'm going to edit. Okay, so I select that shot list, do the long press, boom, save, and now there's my shot list with the day's work. Let me show you how to bookmark something. So, all right, so on page 2, you know, we're gonna text scout this movie set first. So I'm gonna drop a bookmark on page 2. And also on page 6, there's something in the production office I want to remember to look at. So I'm going to drop a bookmark there too. So I put those bookmarks in, and I want to just be able to see just those scenes, right? Have just those scenes come up. So there's this little icon that looks like a book in the upper right-hand corner. Tap that, and it'll show me where I have my bookmarks placed. Page 3 will bring me to that one. Touch it again, page 7. Boom, it was right back there. So that's great if you're on a text scout or something and you want to just be able to jump quickly scene to scene. Another thing you can do when you tap that book icon is get a list of all the annotations you've made. Sometimes you remember you made that note somewhere, or it was a line drawing, or whatever it was. That can come in handy. tap it, and it'll bring you right there. You also sometimes want to search for something. So you tap the little universal magnifying glass for search. I'm going to type the word jammed because I know that there's a scene where someone's sleeve gets jammed in the copier. It's actually a really good script. It's about how on a movie set there's so many revisions and everyone's stumbling over them. People are actually getting hurt. Actors are getting frustrated, and then this actress is able to instantly import all her notes because she uses scriptation. Very good script. So anyway, you see that I entered that in the search window. You tap on it and it'll bring you right there. So it's actually highlighted too, right there. But anytime you select an annotation you've made and that little dialog screen comes up, you can copy it. You can hit the inspector button, change color, all the things you can do. You can also, when it's in that selected mode, you can just grab it and shrink it. See here, I've made a little private note to myself. Enunciate, this did not play at the table read. Maybe you don't want the actor to see that if you're pointing out that line to them. It's lunchtime. There's going to be a table read. Right before the table read, a new draft of the script comes out. So half the cast is going to be sitting there trying to inhale a sandwich and furiously highlighting their part. Well, anyone who's got an iPad and scriptation, or a Microsoft tablet too, can just use the actor highlighting function. You can just hit this little actor button and then select your character. Now all that character's dialogue is highlighted. Now sound mixers also like this function a lot too, because they often assign different colors to different characters. So as they're following the scene, they can have their color-coded mixing channels done appropriately. So layers, you can add a virtual layer on top of your script. One way to use it is if you have a whole lot of notes on it, you can add a layer. Maybe I'll call this one clean or clean. Okay. So now there's no notes on there. There's still that blank page we inserted, don't panic. Okay. I can hit layers again and switch back to my other one, which has my notes in it. Now, one thing I wish writers would start to do is to use layers as a way to, communicate with the director. Often writers are in another city, sometimes another country. Yes, you have a tone meeting. Hopefully you're all on the same page. But there's a lot that gets taken out of a script. Subtext, character background, descriptive details about the restaurant you're in or whatever it is. Or maybe you want to have a discrete note about the way a certain performer tends to play scenes. You want to put that note in there. So you could put that note in layers. All right, so there's this big, long, involved thing. I'm just typing gibberish, not that fast. And the director can be like, "Oh yeah, wait, there is that thing the writer of the episode said on page 4. I can't remember what it was, but it's in there." So writers could have all sorts of shortcuts, information, background details, subtext, ideas. As a layer that you can toggle between, just to have it. So now that's hidden. I can just hit layers again, switch layers back to the clean one, and boom, there it is again. So I think that all of us can find new ways to use this app beyond the thing that it was designed for. There's no one way to direct TV shows, no one way to make notes on a script. We all prepare differently. But however we do it, we're all pretty much screwed when that new draft comes out. I'm convinced that if you try Scriptation, before long you won't feel a need to use paper anymore, and you'll gain hours of your day back to do the really creative stuff. You know, transferring notes, not creative. Having more time to think about the script, do other stuff, that's creative. It's truly a game changer.